Hey everyone, welcome to Watch It Paint It. This video, I'm just going to do a little review slash preview for a prototype game that I've been privy to seeing before it's kickstarted. So, as some of you probably well know, you don't see me on camera very often. I'm a little camera shy. So, luckily for us, I've got Austin to step in as my stunt double. And, it just gives you something aesthetically pleasing to look at while I just talk about this game, really. So, speaking of Austin, I actually asked him yesterday if he would help me sort of do this review. And Austin being Austin, he sort of smashed this out in his car, and I'll just give you that now. I'll let you hear his review on this this game, as the sort of too long did not listen to this review. So he pretty much summarizes what I'm going to say. So here you go.
It's a book. It's got puzzles. It's good. You're welcome.
And now we'll just do a little bit more of an in-depth review on sort of what I felt about this game. So, what is this game? This is a Codex Enigmatum. I think that's how you say it. I'm not sure that's a real word, so don't kill me for that. It's getting that wrong, guys. But this is a game coming to Kickstarter in the very near future. I will put a link in the description below so you can check it out yourselves if you're interested at the end of this review. But I've been sort of sent a prototype, the work in progress version. It's just a PDF which I'm sort of working through on my phone at the moment. So that's kind of why I needed something for you guys to look at, because I haven't got anything other than my phone with a PDF on it. So we'll do the best we can. And now what this is it's another eccentric puzzles and brain teaser style game. Basically a book full of tricky, clever puzzles, much like similar ones that I've played, sort of Journal 29. I've also got the Escape Room book, and I think they're popping up a bit more and more. They're getting quite common. Now in this particular one, how you play it is a puzzle book, as I just mentioned, and each puzzle is presented over 2 pages, and what you need to do is find a number of English words. It's normally just one English word. That's the answer to the puzzle, but some of them are longer, some of them are more complicated, but it's always an English word. There's no numbers and there's no random combinations of the letters, that sort of thing. Now, the puzzles show you how many words you need to find, and it also shows you how many letters are in each word. So it gives you a big hint for exactly what you're looking for. And that's quite useful when, these puzzles are crazy some of the times and you've really got to think outside of the box to solve them. So it's nice to know what kind of thing you're looking for each time. That's something good. We'll get to good and bad later on, just explain what's going on. So you solve those puzzles, and then some early puzzles might help you later on. You might need those answers to those early puzzles to help you solve a later puzzle. Again, much like Journal 29, if you've seen that review or played that game, very, very similar in that aspect. Now, this particular book has all the answers in the back, and they're quite handily written backwards, so they're quite difficult to actually see the answers accidentally. That's one fear I always have with these books. How do they give you the answers, and how do you accidentally not see another one? And that's it. On this, it's just written backwards. And there are also hints to every puzzle in this book, so you can't really get too stuck. Although the hints aren't super straightforward, but they do help you on your way. So each one's got hints, so they don't want you to get super stuck. And then in theory, you're going to be able to go online, ask your friends, that sort of thing. So let's just talk about what's good. It's a book. You can play this anywhere. It's super portable. You can play it in bed. You can play it at work. You can play it at the beach. It's a book, guys. You've been reading books for ages. Now you can play a book while you're out and about. Absolutely love that feature. One of my favorite parts of these books are that I can just play it anywhere, on a train normally for me. Now, these puzzles are quite difficult, but they're very, very rewarding. They're not so hard you can't do them, but they're tricky enough it feels great once you've solved one. And then the final thing I'd say is they're really, really fun to play as a team or against people, I guess. So me and my wife are both playing this, and she doesn't enjoy that many games that we play. So this is really, really fun. We play it cooperatively. We both sit there together and bat ideas off each other and get to the answers. But I've seen some of the guys on Patreon are playing against their other halves. So it's like a competition to see who solves it faster. Pretty cool way of doing it. I think me and my wife are way too competitive, and one of us will end up in tears losing. I'll end up in tears when I lose. So I think that's pretty much all the good bits. I guess one final one would be, I think this is actually more challenging than Journal 29, and that's good if you like it to be more challenging. If you play Journal 29, thought it was a bit too easy, this one I personally think is a little bit harder. So that's good. Let's think about what's bad. I would say this game's a little bit more challenging than Journal 29. So if you found that one too hard, I think this one might be even harder. So I did list that under the good, but it could also be the bad. That's personal preference. I mean, I don't mind that it's harder. I'm enjoying it. I've enjoyed them both. This is doing well for me. And then the other bad thing, well, it's not even bad. I think it's an improvement they could make. This particular book doesn't have a website like Journal 29. If it did, is it just copying Journal 29? Is that a bit dodgy in itself? But the problem with that for me is that if you don't quite know the answer, or you've made up some crazy way of getting to the answer which is incorrect, or you're just stuck on a puzzle and you're having to start guessing what those answers are, and then you need to go to the back of the book to check if you're right or wrong, at that point, right or wrong, you now know the answer, and that is the end of it. With a website, you're able to type it in, and if you're wrong, it just tells you you're wrong. It doesn't give you the answer. So that's just, to me, I dislike that. Some people might not want to use a computer every time to check the answer, that sort of thing. So, this is all personal opinion, really. And I have fed that back to the guys making the game, and it's something they're looking at. And as I mentioned, this is a prototype. I've just got an early copy of it. It's not even launched on Kickstarter at the time I'm talking about this. So anything could change, and they are listening to feedback. So bear that in mind. So that's it, guys. Hopefully that gives you a rough view of this book and what I felt about the book. Basically, I love this book. I've really, really enjoyed it, and I really, really am looking forward to watching the Kickstarter and seeing where that unfolds. Another little note, just hopefully to show that I'm genuinely interested in this book, is they only asked me to try it out and maybe tell them stuff about it, but I'm letting you guys know because that's my channel. But not only have I tried it out, I'm now playing every game and giving full feedback on every single puzzle in that book, and I'm chatting to the guys, and I'm just trying to genuinely make it better. Like, I love these books. I want to see these books come out all the time. I want the companies making it to make many, many more books. So let me know in the comments below if you enjoy these books. If you played Journal 29, let me know below. And if you enjoyed it and would be enjoying this, just let me know some stuff below, guys. Thank you all very much for watching. I'll catch you again soon.
It's a book. It's got puzzles. It's good. You're welcome.
Right, Austin, can we maybe do another review on that book? I think yesterday was good, but we could maybe do a better one.
Sure, yeah, no problem.
Try and elaborate a little bit more. I don't think 5 seconds of content's really going to cut it on YouTube.
All right, no problem.
Cool. So I had an idea. I felt we could do like an interview style review. I'll be the interviewer, you be the interviewee. I'll ask you some questions, you let the audience know the answers.
Sure, I think I can handle that, yeah.
Perfect. Cheers, dude. Right. Could you tell me about this new game you've been playing?
It's a book!
Can you tell me what you do in this book?
It's got puzzles!
Right. And what did you think about it?
It's good!
Great. That's really helpful.
You're welcome.
Okay. Could you tell me about this new game you've been playing?
It's a book!